conducting life, right? These principles. Same thing with the scriptures, man. They have keys that are associated with them. When you learn the keys, you operate in that principle. You do. Now, what can you expect from the show? The show is based on honesty, openness, and sincerity, called the HA system. It's a heart for you to grow with actionable goals. It's you, businesswoman, businessman, who said, you know what, today I am going to do it. This year I am going to do it. This year is not over yet. I know a lot of us want to get on over with it, but let's just see what God has in store for us every single day. It's about you. The show is about you being deployed into your purpose, His purpose for your life. You already know about the GoFundMe campaign that's going on, so I'm not going to beg. Please, I want you to give to a worthy cause, and I've got the information on the website. All right. Now, coming up on the show right after this really quick break, we're going to talk about when staying too long makes you bitter, finding the courage to move. Stay tuned.
Could accomplish my goals and dreams of having my own business. After listening to the Kingdom principles taught by Dr. Tonji from the Dr. Tonji Show, not only did I launch my own media company, Seeking to Inspire, but I developed the tools necessary to assist others with launching their businesses too. Join Dr. Tonji every Monday and Friday on Kiss FM from 11 to 11:30 a.m. and on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube Live.
Can I just say good morning to Miss Annie Lucius Anthony, who's watching by way of Facebook Live? Good morning, beautiful lady. I really enjoy every time I get an opportunity to see you come across the page, or go on your page and see what you're up to, and how you just make me feel so good and happy. So thank you. Seriously, thank you. All right, let's get this thing started because I'm about to pop open because I am so excited about this one. I need you to know this. I need you to know that you are loved. I need you to know that you are loved. You're more valuable than you really know. See, you possess unique qualities which makes you an original, never a copy. You are appreciated, you are validated, not by man, but by God. Created in His image and after His likeness, you have His character and functionality. When you truly decide to believe what God has said about you, your entire life and world changes. You no longer see yourself as inadequate, defeated, fearful, hopeless, or small. No, man. When your perspective changes about you, you change. But what happens? I was thinking, right? What happens when someone, something, or some circumstance convinces you that you cannot when God said you can? What happens when God says move and you choose to stay? Selah. Life is a gift. It is. And within this gift is everything you'll need to do and be exactly what the original intent for your life was and is. See, life can be complexing. Yes, it can. Sometimes we as believers and doers have this strange notion that we are exempt from temporary moments of hardships, perplexities, not knowing what to do, But here's what I've discovered as I daily seek first, all right, God's kingdom and its righteousness. My scholars, you already know that's Matthew 6:33. What I thought I had to work for, What I worried for, what I begged for, was me not understanding that this very command is the answer to all my problems. Follow me. It's going to make sense. There are times in your life where there is a move required, and you'll know it. See, those old familiar ways of doing things, they won't work no more, as my mama would say. No matter how disciplined you are, no matter how hard you try to make them work, you'll become frustrated at what you see because you know, deep down inside, you know the truth. You do. You know that you may be experiencing a present moment awareness that does not look like what you know. I remember when I believed God for more, not knowing that that more would require me to move from where I was to where my destiny was taking me. See, growing up in my hometown of Columbus, Mississippi, good morning, Columbus. Thank y'all for showing up. From time to time, I found myself sitting and talking with the elders in the community. Their stories were those of a different life than the one they were living. See, they shared mental pictures with me of what they believed to be success, glamorous, making a good life, not only for themselves, but for their families, and even sharing with the neighbors. They spoke of opportunities that were never taken because no one in their family had ever done anything as big as their own imaginations. So they settled, hoping that someday their life would change and their ship would finally come in, waiting to die so they could live. If God has told you to move, and I'm talking to anyone who will listen, if he's told you to move, then not only will he provide you, okay, with directions and instructions, but he'll provide every single need. And I know this to be true. See, every move I've ever made has been God ordering my steps, even when it looked and felt like my steps were out of sync with him. Even when I faltered, he always remained faithful to me. One of the most debilitating things in life is not deciding that you need a change, a move to occur in your life, but becoming the change you need to see and moving to where you know you need to be. See, oftentimes this change will cause you to explore the what ifs in life. You know, what if I fail? What if things don't work out? Yep, absolutely. Hi, TikTok. Good morning. I'm so sorry. I swear to you, I am. This producer of this show has just got me all over the place. Good morning. Forgive my manners, please. All right, let's get back. All right, where did I say? Okay. One of the most debilitating things in life, right? The what ifs in life. You know, what if I fail? What if things don't work out? What if he leaves me? What if she leaves me? But instead of focusing on the negative connotation that you believe will be a result of your move or your change, why not major in the positives? Things like this change will benefit not only me, but those who are close to me, my family, those who are connected to me will see the manifestation of the goodness of God because I know wherever I am, God is. When staying too long in a place, whether it's your being on the job that has served its purpose or with people who no longer lift you up or align with your vision, unresolved resentment, hostility, frustration, and even sadness, if you're not careful, will be what you experience. But no worries. I got 3 keys, and then we're going to open up these phone lines, 450-5477, if you want to call and be, on air with me, or 758-450-5477 if you're using your fingers on WhatsApp. All right, here we go. 3 keys. 1, seek God's counsel. Seek God's counsel for your situation. See, God knows every plan for your life. He does, He does. We talked about it on the show with Jeremiah 29:11, right? For I know the plans that I have towards you, that I think towards you. Study that. Key number 2, be willing to do what is right and necessary for you. I'll say that again because oftentimes we, especially us women, man, some men, but definitely us women, we want to do everything for everybody else and then wonder why we're coming up with a short end of the stick. You do remember the commandment, love your neighbor as you love yourself. I really just learned that not too long ago, so ouch. Even when you're faced with difficulties or uncertainties, you got to know that God has not given you the spirit of fear. Key number three, and I'm working on this for me. Control your thoughts. Seriously. Think on things that are of a good report, things that are lovely, and please become stable in your emotions. Don't give in to them past memories or that past hurt or those past disappointments that keep you stuck. They don't serve a purpose for you, dear. They really don't. Every day is a new opportunity to live a life that is filled with hope. This day, this one right here, every need has been met. Every need has already been met. Remember that His grace, it is sufficient for today. And within this day, He's already given us new mercies. That's the promise. And that, my friend, really is the truth. So I'll ask you this question again. Where have you stayed too long? And as a result, it has made you bitter. 450-5477 is the number that you can call to talk about it. 758-450-5477 for WhatsApp. He already knows what I'm going to do. So while he's thinking on his thought, I'll say good morning and hello and I love you, love you, love you. Forgive my manners, TikTok. When I heard you were in the house, and as much as I like to dance, thank you for coming. Seriously. Good morning, Miss Barbara Augustine. Thank you so much. When I tell you that this woman has been an intricate part of this show since its inception, she really has. She has. And she gives real good gifts, too. It's about time for some gifts now. So good morning. All right, gentle giant. You know the question. Where have you stayed too long? Or perhaps you have never stayed too long, and as a result, it made you bitter. But have you ever experienced that?
I think I have. I think
you?
Yeah. Not bitter in the sense that
for sure.
Like I said the last time, the grudges thing is not necessarily that.
Yeah.
But something that's for your own growth.
Gotcha.
So I have been caught up in places where rather than putting that behind me and moving on for myself, I'm stuck on this and I'm like, am I able to do this? Will I be able to do this? And no, I can't do it because of that particular thing, right?
right.
I think I can't do better.
Yeah.
I have been there, but I try to get myself out of these situations.
I love it.
Yeah, so that was a thing of the past, but no more.
No more. Listen to this, man. No more, man. All right, man. 450-5477.
All right, good morning, Dr. Tonji and Marlon. Marvelous Monday to you. When staying too long causes you to be bitter, as a people, we love staying where we feel comfortable.
Yep.
The comfort zone, even if it causes us to be bitter, in as much as it can be really hard at times, we have to think of our peace. Yes. Many times it has to take prayer and
Yeah.
fasting and a renewed mindset,
Right.
as it can be a stronghold.
Yep.
As the word
Yep.
says, some things are only dealt with through prayer and fasting.
Yeah, man.
We have to pray for courage
Yes.
and strength to get out of it.
Yep.
At the end of it, we have a choice to stay or move.
Yeah.
God does not force us to do anything. But bear in mind, whatever the choice, it will come with consequences. It takes faith and obedience, discerning spirit, and that's why it's important to connect to the one who knows and sees all things. He told Abraham to leave everything and move to another land. He had no idea where he was going and what would happen, but he trusted in God, and it worked out. It can be the same for us, with trust, faith, and obedience in God. Have a great day, guys.
Wow. Man, when this woman comes, I tell you. Then she set the record straight.
do you guys consult before the show?
No, we really do not. See, that's what I call a kindred spirit. I kid you not. She picks me up in the spirit, and what she does for the show, what she does for me, I'm not going to cry. I'm already sweating. But when God tells you to do a thing, man, when he tells you to move, and you really don't know what that move is going to be like, right? But you trust it, right? So you do everything. You prepare. You kind of make sure that this is done and this met, and you got the proceeds for this to do. And in the back of your mind, you're wondering, man, is this the right decision, God? I don't ask for a sign because I am a sign and my children are a wonder. So I dare not ask you, like the unbeliever. I'm not talking about the unbeliever, but for me, I don't need the sign. I just need to know that I'm in your will. And then he sends people that will, my grandmama say, upgird you, that will pray for you when you don't even know they're praying, or that will say a kind word or support your endeavors. You know the people that are for you. We can only pretend for so long, and then after a while, we're going to forget to put that face of pretending on. But consistently, time after time, this woman shows up. Maggie, thank you. And I have countless other folk like a Miss Barbara or Tori Powell or Annie Lucius or Bobby Jean or Deborah Gillian and Wanda Turner, and I can just go on, but it's something about people that are consistent with it. We all know that every day might not just, you may wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Let's squash that, seriously, because how many people planned today, October 14th, that they were going to do this, or they were going to go here, or they're going to put on that new dress that they had gotten, and they finally kind of, got the nerve and the body. If you like me, I buy clothes that sometimes I'm like, you can't get in that yet, right? How many folk have said that this day, this is what I'm going to do, and for whatever reason, God said, time's up. And I'm serious about this, and I swear to you, I'm trying to do this. But I don't take this thing lightly, getting up and coming here. See, for me, it's what I dreamed about as a child growing up in the projects. But I didn't dream this big. I didn't know that God would send me from a familiar place to a place that I didn't even know existed, and to a people that are so loving and so kind and so generous. When I tell you that this little black girl from Mississippi is truly the happiest she has ever been in her life, I really am. Because if I can help like one person, if I can like just champion one person who's at the throes of giving up, who's written that Dear John letter like I did one time. And I thank God I did. I was thanking my family for everything. I thank them for trusting me. I thank them for being amazing children. I thank my husband. This is me writing a letter because I had gotten to the point where I knew it was time to move. But God, how do you pick up the pieces and move? And then he sent a friend. He sent a friend who called on the phone just to say, I was thinking about you, Tanji, and I just wanted to tell you that I'm so proud of you. I've watched you through the years, and I've seen your struggle. I know what it was when your lights were out and you still come to work smiling. I know how you felt wearing one pair of shoes for 3 years because you couldn't afford another pair. And hearing her say that, and I was in the throes of, I'm so sorry, family. Sorry for leading you down this rabbit hole because your mama dreamed so big. To hear those words of comfort, man, I vowed, Father, when you get me from this place to that place, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell of your goodness. I'm going to tell of your kindness. I'm going to tell of your faithfulness. And for that mother who may feel like she is at her wit's end, please hold on. Please don't give up. It gets easier. It really does. But it requires faith. Even if you find yourself faithless, get around people that will encourage you. Get around folk that will build you up. And if it's toxic where you are, move. What if you succeed? What if where you see yourself is bigger and better than where you are right now? What if you do succeed? What if things do line up? What if the doors do open when you get there? What if the windows are open for you and he pours you out blessings that you cannot contain? What if? You know, it's easy to go back in our minds of the woulda, coulda, shoulda. But today, if you hear my voice, would you please do this for me? Give him one more chance. Let him prove to you who he really is. Give yourself some grace and be patient. How you know what you talking, Doc? Because even through my tears, I showed up. Even through my fears, I kept showing up. And so can you. I love you. I do. You really are the greatest creation, created for a divine purpose. And you have everything you need. No more looking outside of yourself for your answers. Look within. I'm your girl, Dr. Tanji. I love you, man, to the moon and the stars. God say the same and the creek don't rise. We're going to do this thing again called Life Friday. Join me if you will. Mwah! Bye.
I have always been of having my own business. After listening to the Kingdom principles taught by Dr. Tonji from the Dr. Tonji Show, not only did I launch my own media company, C Capture Inspire, but I developed the tools necessary to assist others with launching their businesses too. Join Dr. Tonji every Monday and Friday on Kiss FM from 11 to 11:30 a.m. and on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube Live.